Hello, creative planners. Today I'm working on the first week of February. That means in New England, Groundhog's Day. Now, each state has its own groundhog, but mostly we pay attention to Punxsutawney Phil in Pennsylvania. So today, for the winter side, I am going to use Winter Charm, and I have pulled out some winter washi from Happy Planner, this one, and I feel like this one kind of looks like frost on some plants. So that one, that's from two different ones. I have pulled out this one I got from Amazon. I can't remember. It came in a box, but I don't remember what the box was called. But it looks very spring-like, and I have some more spring-like flowers from those ones that I may use. And let's see, was there another one? I thought there was another one. I don't see it though. Oh, right. I have this from Walmart, and I thought this bear looked very much like a groundhog, so I'm going to use that. I don't know if you can see that. Is there glare? It's still in the plastic. Let me take it out of the plastic so that you can see. Okay. Yeah, so I think this, there we go. I think this bear looks a little bit like a groundhog. So that is going to be my groundhog that I'm going to put on Groundhog's Day, which will be on Monday. This week starts on the 2nd, I believe. Yes. So let me put those numbers in before I forget. I'm going to use my black felt pen. I think I'm going to put it up at the top above this time. Here we go. All right, so down the middle, I thought I'd kind of make this like a two-part, kind of like when you're changing seasons. And oh, just so that if I forget by the end of this video, I am going to do a poll. So look under my polls to take the poll. I'm going to do it on whether you think there is going to be 6 more weeks of winter, as there should be, per the seasons, or if you think we're going to have an early spring based on Punxsutawney Phil, our groundhog in Pennsylvania. Or maybe I'll just list it as, will Phil see his shadow or not? But down the middle, I'm going to put winter on this side and spring on the other side. So I think I'm going to put, do I want to put frost on the inside and then the winter clothing here? Or do I want to put winter here and then the frost on this side? Not sure, but I want to make it thick enough, and I want this on the other side, the grass going out. So I think the frost should go underneath this, probably, if we were to do it that way. Yeah, all right. I just needed to have 2 over here so it was thick enough. And look at that, dog hair. Oh, there it is. I have rescued many dogs. Let me know if you guys are into rescuing dogs or if you like ones from breeders. I know that's a controversial thing. I have done both. My grandparents used to breed and show Rottweilers and German Shepherds. And my first dog was from a breeder. It was a Basset Hound. But since then, I have done rescues. There's something about rescuing a dog that just makes me feel good. And I feel like if you're not into the breeding and showing part of it, there's no point in having the full breed or the full, I don't know. But it's all up to you and your preference. But let me know your preference. You be you, of course. And tell me what you think. And just remember, in order to comment, you guys have to subscribe. It's the way my comments are set up. So I would appreciate that. It really does help me out. Mm. Oh, you can still see the words. Stay through that. You can also still see the colors, but we'll make this distracting enough so where you're not really paying attention that you can see colors through it. Something funny about those dogs is that my grandparents used to breed and show is that my um grandparents, when they had my mom and my sister, or my mom and my aunt, they had a dog. Well, when they had my mom, they had a dog that they named them names that they really liked and eventually made name their children, I guess. And when they had my mom, one of the dogs had a name that they wanted to name one of their kids. So they were, they couldn't name her that dog's name. Um, but later, 6 years later, they had my aunt, and that dog was no longer with them. So she got that name. So my aunt was essentially named after a dog. Not really. They just, when you really love a name and you just want to give it to everything, is really what it was. So what really happened is they just really loved that name and they just wanted to name everything after it. So they just didn't want to have a dog and a child name the same thing at the same time. So my mom didn't get that name, you know. But like I said, it's like, you have that name that you love for everything. You just name everything that. All right, so this is a winter sign and the spring sign. All right. So let's put our groundhog on there. Yeah, see, this one looks like a groundhog. This one looks more bearish, so I'm not going to use that one, but this one. I might put the rest of the woodland creatures in here. I don't know if I'm going to make it a woodland scene, but I wanted to go winter and so we don't know if Poxitani fill the, I don't know what number he is. Put winter over here. Let's see, what kind of winter can I put over here? I do have these boxes that I never used on anything. I'm making a lot of noise there with the boom there. I have winter hats like these. Am I in frame? I'm probably not even in frame. Let's put the winter side on top. Move this over. I'm sorry. All right. Do we have boxes? Maybe we choose the boxes with the hats. That seems winterish. That might be what we're doing. I think this is what we're doing right here. Probably not the pink because I'm not seeing pink over here. Probably stick with the blues. Maybe do the 3 blues over here. And this one looks kind of, I'm not sure what color that is. It's kind of like a purple, but either way, it'll go in the middle. Um, uh, I don't know where to put it. I need to pull the groundhog up and then put the boxes down and then decide where the groundhog is going. Oh, good, that one came up. It's always nerve-wracking to decide where, or how a sticker is going to come up when it doesn't come from someplace like Happy Planner or Archer and Olive and, you know, any of those places that I normally order from that normally would do planner stickers, because you don't know if they're going to come right back up. All right. I'm doing this video kind of in the morning, and before everybody gets up to get ready for work in that, and I hear alarms going off. So I may pause this video and finish it after everybody goes to work. I think I may put the groundhog over here on top of Stitch. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I'll put the poll results here. Maybe I will use the little one here. Put the little guy up here, and we'll just pretend that it is a groundhog. No, it won't cover. It will not cover it. That's okay. I will put a hat there, maybe. Is there a hat on the first page? There is. Is there one we didn't use? Yep, one of these two. This one. There we go. That's the winter side for the most part. I'm going to add more to it, but I wanted to give it a base. There we go. Let's work on the spring a little bit. Boxes for the spring. What do we think? I have boxes in here, but I don't know that they're spring-like. But let's get the critters in here. Maybe just use washi. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put them in the grass. Let's put more grass in here. And flowers. I'm really loving the grass. And there's another technique I want to show you that I was loving. I did it in one of my gentle resets. You have to watch those. If you love meditations and journaling, my gentle reset videos are for you. I will put that in the description, a link to that, or at the end of the video. Let's see. I want to put a few patches of grass in here. Kind of as like the bottom of boxes. Maybe Sunday morning. I'm gonna kind of rip it and I'll cut it in a minute. And then I'll do Friday afternoon area. Well, it's not really Friday afternoon, but it's Friday in the middle section here. And we'll do down here. Bottom and on Saturday. And now I'll trim those. Maybe I don't need to trim them. They look kind of cool that way. Just have to rip them a little differently. Do I want to leave them like that? Looks a little bit more grass-like. This piece isn't down all the way though, and I feel like this part needs to be ripped a little better. If I can get it at half of the page. Not that pointy piece there. Maybe. I like that one. It's a little better. I like this pointy piece on top. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. All right, we're going with the ripped look. I like that. I feel like this one's a little much over here in the corner, but I want to not rip off that piece of yellow. I did it. All right. I like that. And now I can put some creatures in there. I really like that. Okay. That is where I pause the video. That note means the dog is ready to come out. Hey, creative planners. My family was getting ready to go to work and school. I did a few things I have set up and did a few of this technique I wanted to show you. I have done some of them, but I did want to show you some because it is long and tedious to do. Well, not really. It doesn't take too long, but I did want to show you some of it. You can take washi, and I've done some of these washis, and I did figure out where it was from. Is Emmoolife. I don't know. I'll put it in the description below. I'll link it. It's starts with an E. There's a couple O's in the middle. Ends in life. I think it's Emmoolife. It's in Amazon. That's the box that I got these 3 from, and these are from Happy Planner. And I use my gyro cutter to cut some of these things out. So you make little stickers out of things that you have in your washi tape, and it works great in these big ones, like these big wide ones, so that you can put them in your spreads. If you're not interested in the whole thing, you think it looks very cool, but you find a section that you really like, you could just, and the gyro color works best when going down, so you can turn it. So if I wanted, say, this piece right here is a nice corner piece. I told you that's best going down, and here I am going up. And that, and then I just There we go. I pulled out the sticker. And then I could just set it over here like that. Very cool. But this wasn't actually one of the stickers I wanted to do, but it actually looks pretty nice. Not sure I want the numbers in there. Not sure what the numbers are for. But I did cut out a bunch of the butterflies, and then I wanted snowflakes and um, snowmen. And same thing with these ones. You can do this too. So you can do groupings too. Let's see, like say you wanted to do a couple of things together. Like I did do this as a grouping, or you can do something single. Um, let's see, what haven't I done? See, I've done most of the butterflies and things, so it'd be hard to do a grouping like that. And I'm sorry if you hear the noise in the background. My puppy is playing with a box, kind of like a kid when they open up all the presents and then they play with the boxes. I just got a delivery from Happy Planner. Yay! Can't wait to show you guys that stuff. And she is playing with the box. All right, so let's see. Could do like this mushroom, but also include that flower and this flower and make it a grouping. And then it just comes out. And yeah, with my nails the way they are right now. But you can just, because it's washi, it just unwrinkles real nice and easy. And then you just put it down like a sticker. So it comes out real nice. So that is my technique. And I just wanted to show you. But let me peel up the ones that I actually did and want to use now. The ones I'm very excited about is these dragonflies. I haven't found anything with dragonflies on it, and these are so pretty. So let's get to work. Let's see. I want to put them in here, but all right. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these because they have the green in the background. I realized that they were much different than the other ones, and it just might look weird, but we'll see. But I'm going to put the two dragonflies in here so that we're going to put this one flying upwards, but do I want it over here? Do I want it over here? I want it over here so that they're not like in a direct flight towards each other. Like they're on two different paths and don't even see each other. Okay. Now, move this over so you can see both of these. We're going to use both. Now putting it down on this board, you don't have to worry about, how hard you press too, which is nice. This one's very sunshiny yellow. I think it needs to go up here. Yeah, that's pretty. All right. I think I need this red one right here. Can you hear my puppy in that box? Oh my goodness, she's being so loud. There we go. I think I feel like I need something over here. Do I put the blue one over there? Oh, I made a grouping here. See, like I told you, there's groupings you can make. And I made a grouping, oop, there we go, of butterflies, which I think I want to put up here. I want to put it up here. Put some above. Yeah, I'll put that there. And I did do another grouping I wanted to use. Oh, it's in the green. You know what? I'm still going to use it. I like this one. Maybe if I put it down here, it's not going to be a big deal that it's green. because it's in the grass and it is a butterfly and a caterpillar. I like it there, but I feel like it might be better if I put it over here, kind of blending into this grass a little bit. Caterpillar over here. Yeah, I like that. That's better. Maybe I do need to put more of these guys in here then. Let's see. Still want this blue one right here though. I'm sorry about the box noise. I'm hoping I can filter that out, but you know, if you hear it, I'm sorry. If I can't. Yeah, that's okay down there. Kind of weird, but not. All right, that's a lot of the bugs. I do have the other creatures I want to put in here. Let's put these guys in here, move that aside. This over here so you can see them. Put that on top of there. All right, so what kind of spring creatures do I want in here? They're not at all proportional, especially to these bugs, but they are adorable. Like this little mouse is so cute. This mouse is going right here. There we go. Adorable. Um, Frog. Looks like it's having a bit of fun. We have a frog pond in the spring. They make so much noise in the spring when they're first thawing out. And we've got Miko. If you don't know who Miko is, go back and watch The Bandit for the Bear. And then you'll know. Where should I put Miko? I think this is Miko's spot right here. Oh, this deer with its eyes closed looks like it's just enjoying the spring air, the smell of the flowers, the feel of the sunshine. She is going in here, or he, it's got antlers. He is enjoying this day and is coming in here somewhere, I think here. There he is. I love an owl. Owls are cute. I think the owl needs to go up here though. Overseeing everything so that he can become wise through observation, right? Who was that that said that? It was, if you deeply observe, everything is your teacher. That was Buddha, right? So true. All right, I need my bunny. And the bunny should go over here. I want the fox. Let's put him on my thing here. I want the fox. I want the hedgehog. I want the bear. I think maybe I'll do this. And then we'll leave the rest of these for another day. All right, so where do we put these? We need a big spot for this guy. No. Maybe he can go over here. Or down here. I'll put him over here. I think I was eyeing that spot for him anyways. A little bear. I think I was putting here because he was kind of looking that way, or here. No, that makes him look too small. Put him here. And the squirrel. looking a little mischievous. Same with this little hedgehog, it's looking a little mischievous as well. I feel like I need to move that dragonfly up now because it looks like it's just out of looks not in the right spot with the deer's antlers right there. Okay. I like it at that angle, but I feel like it needs to be up here somewhere now. All right, let's get these guys down. The squirrel, where should I put the squirrel? I think the squirrel's looking into next week. Saving. Yeah, they do that, right? They plan ahead. They're planners, like me and you. Hmm. Tired herself out. She's laying down, folks. The puppy is getting tired. This one, there's space up here. I feel like maybe here, here, maybe in the middle here. There. And then this guy. Is that the spot? Almost mirrors the one down below. I think that's okay. So now, let's put those over and add some of these in. What do we want to do here with these? Over here. I wanted to add snowflakes and snowmen. Okay. I don't think I like that one there. I think I need to move the one at the top so that we can have it placed a little better. Yeah, that one there. Did I rip it? No, I didn't. So, to go here. And okay, so they're going in an angle, but yeah, is what it is. And I want snowflakes and some. There we go. These smaller washi tapes, it's a little bit harder to peel things off, but or to get these stickers in, but it's okay. It's doing all right. And the same, I'm going to leave it not too busy over here. We want to put a sweater or hat here or there too. I feel like something needs to be here. I want to put a hat here, I think. There we go. Let's see. Put a sweater here. I was thinking I wanted to put some more frost in here too, like on the ground. Maybe I'll put frost across the bottom to kind of give that frosty look again. Add to this. little bit more frost. Was thinking about putting it on here some, but kind of like I did with the glass. Maybe I'll do that still. Want to do that? I think I want to add a lot more frost. So let's think that through. How would I do that? I need to take up the sticker, right? I'll do it on the ones with the snowflake and then put the other sticker back down. There we go. Grab my X-Acto knife, or craft knife. This one is X-Acto brand. Put my groundhog back down. There we go. And then put my hat back down. This one I'm going to cut off right here. There. And peel this up a little. And we'll put that back down in a minute. Sorry, I just got real quiet. I don't know why. I think I turned around and saw my puppy sleeping behind me and on his bed, her bed, sorry, and just started whispering. She doesn't need me to whisper. She fell asleep while I was being louder. She doesn't need me to whisper. That looks great. I like the frost on the side and then the spring on the other side. This looks really good. All right, so I want to put the pole over here. So I need something spring and something winter over here to tally the pole. So let's see. All right, 6 more weeks of winter or an early spring. All right, so we're gonna do tallies. I'll do it in my poll. I'll catch my poll, and so I want to do which 2 items do I want to use? I want to keep the color scheme over here, so I'm gonna steal this butterfly that I put down here. Maybe I'll put something else down there and put the butterfly over here. Keep that color scheme going over here so it doesn't just like, pow. And then I want to put a hat. I think I want to put the hat because it's like the same color scheme or the same color as the butterfly. And put the hat on the top. And I will do tallies. And I will put the data from my poll here, and I'll show you guys an after the pen kind of deal. I can do more with this when we actually switch over to spring. If we have if the first day of spring falls in the middle of a spread like this. All right, so this is my spread. Remember to check the poll. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe so that you can comment on all of the things that I've asked you to comment on. There are a lot. And click the notification button so that you can get a notification every time I put one of these videos up. And I will see you next time.